So if you've been following, I'm documenting my online dating journey because it's difficult and maybe it'll help somebody, or maybe somebody will help me, or maybe it's just funny, because it is. There are 3 guys that I'm talking to right now. You see my age? I lie. I'm 54. I say I'm 50. I don't care. That's what I do. I don't care. You can spam me with, how can you be a liar, blah, 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 how can you put that? I don't care.
Pathetic.
My husband works 2 jobs. He is in charge of like the linemen in our area, so like he's gone a lot. If there's a storm, he's gone. Bye. See ya. Yeah, he's not home a lot because of his job. His second job, he's a football coach, so he's gone even more. What I am here to complain about is the fact that I am a single married mom. And a single married mom means that I am married, but my husband is not around a whole lot because he works so freaking much. And I'm very proud of him for that, but it is very mentally tasking.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, guys, to be honest with you, I haven't watched these videos. I don't know what this woman is about. I just saw the intro where we can clearly see a woman in her 50s, and she says that she is dating multiple people at a time, which, remember guys, women always have options. So I haven't watched it, but as Han Solo rightfully says, I have a bad feeling about this. So let's cover it together, gentlemen, and let's find out why this woman is single at 50.
Hi. So if you've been following, I'm documenting my online dating journey because it's difficult and maybe it'll help somebody, or maybe somebody will help me, or maybe it's just funny, because it is. There are 3 guys that I'm talking to right now, right? So there was the producer, if you remember, and that was my date Saturday night. That went well. There's the young guy with good hair on the boardwalk walk, and there's the teacher. Of those 3, I've only heard from the teacher, which, if you go back in my videos, you'll see I told him I'm not interested. Isn't that Murphy's Law? The one I don't want to hear from? Meanwhile, I just heard from both of them, the other 2, today. So that's great. But last night, when I thought I wasn't going to hear from either one of those 2, I went back on and started swiping, and I came across something that I wanted to share with people.
Alright, so already a lot of red flags that I personally don't like. And I found out, you know, through my experience, that literally no man wants this and likes this. And it is when women compare them all the time, literally like they are a character from a game, just comparing stats. This one has more HP, this one does more damage. You know, it's like they don't see you as a person who is different, who has a personality. Why? Because they don't care about your personality. They just check on the things that favor them. This one has more money. This one has a bigger house. This one has a better hairline. This one is younger. This one is stronger. This one has better genes. That's all they compare. It's like if I were on the internet saying, I'm talking to 5 women right now. This one has bigger breasts. This one has a nice ass. This one is more S3 actually active. You know, it's like I'm comparing them just based on their bodies. Of course, everybody will lose their minds. But this is what women do on a regular basis on dating apps. They don't see you as a person at all, and they're just comparing. So that is a huge red flag, just comparing men. It really shows how much of a gold digger you are and the things you care about, which are not the important ones. Find a partner, which is my hypothesis as to why you are single. But now let's continue, gentlemen.
See that blue check mark next to my age? Oh, you see my age? I lie. I'm 54. I say I'm 50. I don't care. That's what I do. I don't care. You can spam me with, how can you be a liar, blah, 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 how can you put that? I don't care.
Yeah, so another red flag. She's lying about her age, which is so hilarious. Women will lose their minds when you tell them, when you say that you are 6 feet and you turn out to be 5 feet 8, for example, they will lose their minds. Liar, you know. But this woman just subtracted 4 years of her age, no problemo.
The blue check mark. When you establish your profile on any dating website, you can get verified, which means they'll say to you, hey, you want a blue check mark next to your name? Do this, or, this, and send us a picture. They're going to compare that to the pictures you uploaded and make sure you are who you say you are. Okay, so back to the fact that I was swiping last night, right? There was a guy, and he wasn't that cute. Like, if someone is Brad Pitt drop dead gorgeous, it's not their picture. When someone is decent looking, but the pictures look professional, also should tweak your spidey senses, right?
And you see why dating apps just suck as a whole? Nobody cares about who you are. It's just a picture. This is the first thing they criticize you or rank you for. And you could make the argument, but that's in real life as well, Hiran. Yes, it is. The first thing we take into account is looks. But in order for a relationship to happen, guys, there is no love at first sight. Love is a principle. Love is a pattern of behaviors. It's a lot of things. It's time spent together, right? There is no love at first sight. There is just attraction. So in real life, yes, looks are also what matters, but then you elaborate on that by spending time together. And here's the key: getting to know each other. These women, as you can clearly see, they don't care about getting to know the other guy. The only thing they need to know is his height and his appearance. That's it, nothing more. Dating apps suck. It's just people, especially women, they rule out 1,000 guys just because of how they look, or just because they didn't spend 15 hours editing their profile pictures. Dating apps just suck for anything other than hookup.
Right? Because there was a guy last night, wasn't, the greatest looking guy I've ever seen, but pretty good. And each photo looked professional. You could tell by the pixels. You could tell like the background's a little blurry, but he's crystal clear. The shots are in focus. It's just that they are professional photos. If you see professional photos, whether they're hot, medium, or whatever, question it. Because I said to
Again, guys, sorry to pause it so much, but just look at the categories. Hot, medium, and whatever else she mentioned. There is absolutely no account what you do, what you like, stuff like that. They only judge you and base you off of your characteristics, your physical appearance. It's the only thing that matters. And this is something that the Black Pill elaborates a lot on. It's how you look, which, is dependent on your success. In the dating apps, this is 100% true. Like, the Black Pill is extremely correct when assessing dating apps.
to him, I hate to be one of those people, right? I match with him. So I'm like, I hate to be one of those people, but your photos look professional. And in my experience, professional photos usually mean that's not you. And he gave me back an LOL. I would show you the conversation right now, but I can't. And I'll tell you why. I wrote, I hate to be that person, but how do I know it's you? Your photos look professional. And he said, LOL, how can I possibly prove who I am? I wrote back, it's easy. Verify yourself on the site. Just click on verify and it'll tell you what to do. The instructions are really easy. And then I went to bed. I woke up this morning, forgot all about it. I was just looking through the app. The conversation is gone. You know why? Because those weren't his pictures. I don't know what they hope to achieve with that, right? Like, okay, so he's a different guy than the pictures. What's going to happen between us? Why would he waste my time? I don't know, but...
I don't know, why do you lie about your age? Like, you have to have some really big balls. Be lying about your age, yet getting mad at people lying about their appearance. Well, they hope, it's stupid, but they hope that they'll get in a date with you, and you'll see that they're a different person, but it will be already too late, you're on a date, alright, let's see what happens, and then they can smash. This is why they have different pictures, right? It's the same rule as you lying about your age. You meet a guy, eventually, at some point, he's going to find out that you're 54, but still, you lie about your age in hopes that, look, if I get them hooked, then it will be easier for me to tell that.
Look for that blue check mark, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Also, when someone doesn't have a picture, I like to match with them. I want to see what the story is. I'm not going to date them. I just human nature. I'm a student of human nature.
You're a 304 that belongs to the streets.
I assume they're married and looking to have an affair, which, hey, go ahead. So I matched with this guy yesterday. He has no picture. His profile picture is a hand grabbing the sheets on the bed. So he's looking to have some fun. Where can I see a picture, right? Because if it's just for sex, you want to know that you're attracted. WhatsApp. I don't know why they got to go on WhatsApp. Maybe because that's hidden. You can hide your text from your wife, or maybe you're in Europe. And what is the point there? Because we're not going to be getting together if you are in another country. But the whole thing is like, why do they all waste our time like that? Like, what's...
Right, so the TikTok ends right here. She's just complaining, whining about it. I don't know if this TikTok was supposed to be kind of like, feel sorry for me, when in reality nobody does, nobody cares about your experience. I expected this video to be bad when she said that she was talking about 3 people, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. I thought she would just talk a little about some of the 3 guys, but no, it just turns out she is a professional at wasting men's time, at texting multiple men all the time. She already has picked 3, the best candidates to buy her a dinner, but she still talks with thousands of men, just everybody. And I don't know what she's looking for exactly. She's supposedly looking for a serious relationship. Guys, I don't know. These women confuse me. I think honestly that she's just looking for whatever she can get. She's a vulture. She's an opportunistic woman. Just everything. If you can pay me a free meal, that's something. If you're attractive enough, I'm gonna spread my legs like a street worker. If you happen to be that Prince Charming, you know, dark skin, blue eyes, 6'4" that I'm looking for, then I will marry you. Looking for whatever she can get. Of course, she can't get anything because she is out of options. She's a miserable 50-year-old hag, and the best she amounts to is Chad having some fun with her late at night. But, you know, enough with this woman, guys. We have another woman, so let's check her out.
Okay, have you ever heard the term single married mom? If you haven't, you're gonna learn about it. To some, it means something else, but to me, this is what it means. My husband works 2 jobs. He is in charge of like the linemen in our area, so like he's gone a lot. If there's a storm, he's gone. Bye, see ya. Yeah, he's not home a lot because of his job. His second job, he's a football coach, so he's gone even more from like June until like now, because the season's almost over. And with that said, I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. I am a working mom too. I'm a 50-50 mom. That's what I call myself, a 50-50 mom. I own a business. I run a dance studio with my mom. And that takes up a lot of time. So because I do that and it takes up a lot of time, being a mom takes up my whole entire day, like literally my whole entire day. Hold on. And I'm not complaining about being a mom because it is one of the best things in life, and I'm very grateful, and I love my child, and I'm not complaining about that. What I am here to complain about is the fact that I am a single married mom. And a single married mom means that I am married, but my husband is not around a whole lot because he works so freaking much. And I'm very proud of him for that, but it is very mentally tasking on me, who is not just a stay-at-home mom. And I'm not saying that because it's a bad thing. I'm saying it because I am a 50-50. I work out of the home and run a business, and I'm also working when I'm home.
Alright, so we have to pause it here to pinpoint something that is a little hilarious and absurd. First, let me mention this woman. I don't think that it's the best thing to air your marital problems for the internet to see. First off, how can they help you? Second, or even if you're not looking for help, you're looking just to vent about it, vent that to your husband first off, vent that with your friends. I don't know, just what are you doing posting this for the whole internet to see? It's so cringe. right? If you're a husband, would you feel okay suddenly finding out that your woman has a TikTok where she posts all your problems and everybody knows about you? It's just cringe. It's disturbing and it's not pleasant. So I don't know why she's doing this. It's so stupid. But credit where credit is due. This woman, at least, is not mentioning anything about leaving that marriage, right? Which at this point, gentlemen, in this generation, this is what we see as a green flag. If you are a woman who is married and not looking to get the man out of family unit, you are already rare. You're an exception, you know? You get applauded for that. So, you know, credit where credit is due. It's not the typical woman that is already divorced and is already kicking him out or is saying bad things about him. I mean, it's cringe that she even mentions him, but, you know, at least she says, I realize that what he's doing is important. I feel grateful for what he's doing. I realize his situation, that he works 2 jobs. I mean, she works 2 jobs, right? Being a stay-at-home mom and having a business. So it's like her man telling her, you know, this little thing you do with your mother, you're not going to do it anymore because you're going to focus only on the kid, right? She knows that there's nothing you can do about it. The man just has 2 jobs that he enjoys and he wants to keep. So she just wants to vent, which is the cringe part, right? But again, not the worst woman of them all. It's just what I found hilarious, guys, is that a lot of women want what is physically impossible, meaning they would want a guy who is rich, but at the same time has a lot of free spare time to give to them, which look, madam, I'm not an electron. I can't split myself into be in 2 places at once. You know, how do you expect out of men to be extremely rich yet have a lot of free time? It's physically impossible. How do you think they became rich? Well, it's by not having much spare time. It's by spending every minute they have of free time on bettering something about their business, right? It's like, Madam, what do you want of us? What do you expect of us, women? We can't do everything, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. We don't earn money by staying on the couch with you, watching Netflix or, you know, hearing you talk about your nails. It's like, what do you want? And this woman, she's not one of the bad ones which will actually, you know, just whine about it and expect you to do both things at once, right? This woman understands that this is what it is. But some women, guys, be aware of this. Some women will actually cheat on you. You prioritize work for whatever reason. Some women will leave you behind, right? And when they cheat, they also say this thing of, he paid me attention when you weren't there. Adam, what do you want? Choose. Do you want us to have a considerable amount of less, you know, considerably less money? Or do you want me to work, but you have to shut up about it, right? It's like you can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You know, women will marry the guy who is rich, mostly because he is rich, right? It's a huge percentage of why they marry him. Yet later, they complain that he's working too much. Well, you already knew that, right? But let's continue now, guys.
Trying to run a business and taking care of a toddler. And I'm sure there's other women out there that are in my same exact predicament. They're in the same exact predicament. It's mentally draining. It's mentally tasking. And if you have a child, a toddler, like my toddler, it is exhausting. Scarlett is the Energizer Bunny 24/7 until she hits her mattress in her crib. She is on the go 24/7, does not stop. Does not stop. I honestly don't even remember the last time I enjoyed a hot cup of coffee. And I say that because I have to warm it up about 5 times every single morning. I know. It could be so much worse. I know. I get it. But being a mom is exhausting. Being a working mom is exhausting. Being a working, single, married mom is mentally draining. It's mentally draining. So those of you that are in my same predicament, I feel you. We can do this. All power to us. But for everyone else, please, for the love of God, just pray for us. Thank you.
So the TikTok ends right here, gentlemen. And again, this one not the worst. She acknowledges that the guy is doing important things. She values that. But for, you know, just in general, this goes for both men and women. You know, men, you don't have time for a family. Just don't have one, right? It never goes well. They cheat on you, you know, or either they don't cheat, but they feel miserable in that marriage, because women just require attention, as well as kids. If you don't have time to show attention to your wife and kids, just don't have a family, right? And the same goes for women. If attention is what you want, say that and go for a man who doesn't work that much. Or if what you prioritize is finances and lifestyle, then go for the man who has a lot of money, but don't expect him to show you attention, right? Don't cheat afterwards saying, oh, you didn't pay me attention. You knew what you were getting into, right? Same as men know that if they work 16 hours a day, well, they probably don't have time for a family and kids. So this is my point, guys. But thank you for watching. Leave me what you think down below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.